So now we'll start with our deepfake demonstration. So as I said you before, I'll be going with two level of demonstration. First I'll go with the older one, the very initial version of deepfake. Then I'll be going with the advanced one, the recent one. Okay, that's what we are going to do. For that, let me enable my camera, because usually I never turn on my camera. Okay, these are all some of the best practices. Don't ever turn on your camera. Okay, so if there is a ceiling lid, go ahead with ceiling. Okay, so now my camera is up. So let me hide the floating window. So now let me open my Anaconda prompt. So let me open my folder. Yes, documents, GitHub, 35. Let me copy it. CD. Okay. Okay. So let me run it. So it will take another couple of minutes. So the thing which I am going to show you is the older version of deepfake, right? It's an initial version, or you can call it as an initial version. So now I'll just try to populate. So how he streamed the video in a real time. I'll show you the video in real time also. Okay. So is it possible for you to virtualize your camera? Yes, it's possible. There are a lot of virtual camera softwares which is available, which can help you to create a multiple virtual cam. So, OBS Studio is one kind. You can use OBS Studio. That is a well-known open software which is available in the market, right? So now my antivirus is asking for webcam access. Yes, I'm granting. So since I'm using 1650 Ti, no 1650, not Ti. So it's taking bit time. So if I am having a better graphics card, you can go and do it with live, without any jitter. So you can able to map the face. Yes. Okay, so this is my supervisor. So you might have seen all these things, and again, lot of other deepfakes related stuffs also going on, right? So have you ever seen Mona Lisa talking to you, right? Obama. So this is just a passport size photograph, right? A simple example of how a deepfake is possible, right? Oh, sorry, I just turned off it. Okay, so let it go. So now what I'll do is, I'll take my OBS Studio. So this is my supervisor. Okay, so now I got my OBS Studio rendering my replayed video. Okay, my rendered video, right? So now what I'll do is I'll open Teams. Okay, so I'll go with one software. I'll go with Teams. Okay. So if I can do it with the Teams, I can do it with any software, right? So I'll take Teams as example and I'll go with, right? So now I'll go open my one of the channel called my mentee. So now let me start a meeting. Okay, so now let me open my camera settings. Okay, so now if I join, so now I started my, I'm starting my meeting live with Einstein's photograph. Yeah, now my meeting is up. Yeah, so now my meeting is up, and in my webcam feed in my live, it goes with Einstein's photograph. Okay, so this is how you can replay or you can render a video in a live platform, right? So there are a lot of tools to do that. So as of now, it does not require any of your technical knowledge. What I did was just I executed a script and just did it, right? So this is very basic thing. Okay, so now, so whenever there is a collapse in the, if the camera does not see any face, the particular frames gets deformed, right? So now what we'll do is we'll go with the other thing, the next demonstration. So it will take some couple of minutes. So if you have a good graphics card, right? So you can completely go live with real time, right? So again, it has to ask for someone. Okay, I'll switch to graphics. 1 minute. Okay. So can you able to see the exact property? So this is the evaluation of deepfake. So if I move previously in the olden demonstration, it completely relies on my face property. But here, it's not relying on a face property. I'm going live. Whatever the action which I'm doing, Nicolas Cage is also doing. This is the evolution of a deep fake. You want to try, I can move here and I can, so it's actually, it's me. Right? So you can go with any person, any people. You can go for just a training and you can, it's possible. Right? Good. So I can remove my spectacles. You got the property? Right? right? So this is all about awareness, okay? So now we'll move to some technical aspect of how a real cyber security is about, okay? So anyone interested in malware analysis? How many of you are interested in malware analysis? What is a malware basically? I want to ask you a question. What is basically a malware? Now we are going to analyze one malware sample only, okay? So what is basically a malware? Huh? What is a malware? Bro, is it audible? Huh? Malicious software. Okay, that's good. So what do you understand from this? I think this is going to be your last use case. Still one more use case is there. So that is again for social awareness. Huh?
So basically you are running a command using command prompts.
Yes. Okay, because cmd.exe is there, you can also always say that my whatever the command prompt is going to execute, either it is going to be from local app data or from program data. That I can also say. But only thing is what you understand from this. Any idea? No? Any idea or not? No idea? See, if you have any idea, do let me know. I would like to know about your thoughts. No thought process? No? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, we'll analyze it. Good to go? Shall we analyze it? Okay, good to go. So anyone have prior experience with malware analysis? If you have any okay. So what sort of work you are doing on malware analysis, I would like to know. Okay, basic ransomware you analyzed. So using open sandboxes. Okay. Anyone? Ah, yep.
So like just some test samples, static and dynamic.
Okay, static analysis.
And dynamic also.
Dynamic with sandbox.
Like a virtual box with red nuts and
Okay. So you set up your own, like cuckoo or lemon kind of thing. Okay, that's good. So now we'll take one such sample. I am not going to analyze the entire execution part of a malware. I am just going to show the sophistication incorporated in the malware, in the piece of code. You may think that it's just a scramble. Okay, you can, on seeing this, what do you understand? You won't understand anything, right? You're not getting it anything. Finally, I'll surprise you what is behind this particular code. Okay, so now let us take the sample. Okay, this is a sample. Let me copy it. Let me go to the URL, browser. Okay, Sibi. Okay, so hybrid analysis is again one of online sandbox which allow you to or user to submit the sample and you can get the results. Right? It's a GUI based online tool. There are a lot of such things available. Rainy.run is there. So hybrid analysis is there. Right? So VirusTotal is there. Now antivirus are coming up with their own CTA platforms where you can submit your samples. Right? Malwarebytes are there. So if you want to go for a local, you can go with Cuckoo, Lemon, and there are other sandboxes also available. Sandboxy is there. Right? So now if you look at here, so what is the URL submitted date? Could you please? It's a recent one, right? April 11th, 2023. Got it? You got the sample size when it got submitted? It got submitted in April 11th, 2023. Am I right or wrong? Huh? You got it? So, we are going to investigate on this sample. That's good. So, what is the type of the sample? What is the type of the sample? Data type or format? It's a Word document. It's a word processor by Microsoft, right? Microsoft Office engine. It's a word processor basically, right? So now, what's there in word processor? Now, if you look at the threat score, what is the threat score? What they have given? 100 out of 100 and AV detection, 76% AV detection, right? That's good. Now, let me just walk through. Okay, let me hide this. Yes, let me walk through. So there are a lot of indicators. I am not going to touch any of the indicators, but I will be explaining you all these indicators when I am teaching you one particular tool called any.run. Okay, so I'll be doing that. But now my intention is not to teach on sandbox, to show the sophistication incorporated in the malware. Okay, so these are all the execution run, and this is what you are seeing. Hey, are you following me? Are you following me? Okay, so the same thing what I have kept in the Word document, the same thing is available here, right? So now we are going to see what is there inside this particular content, because my malware sandbox recorded it, and again it gives me as this, because it can't decode it, because it does not have any intelligence to it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to investigate what's behind this particular scrambled text with which we can't understand, right? So now let me copy it. Let me copy the whole up to here, right? Yes, up to here. Next process goes with the other one. Again, it goes with expanded one. The same thing only. The same thing only. You got it? The second one is also same thing only, but the path is absolute path. Instead of CMD, it gave the absolute path. That's it. So let me copy it. Yes. So this is what it's here. Okay. Now if I open it and if I put it, okay. There is something. Okay. I'll put it in the Word. Okay, it's something, okay, very similar. So now if you want to investigate on all these things, is it possible for you to understand? Okay, let us ask ChatGPT. Okay, let us ask ChatGPT, because hey, it's not wrong, nothing wrong in that. If you have a resource, utilize it. Okay, so, come on boy. So now it is going to tell us what exactly it is. We'll see. Hey, act as a malware researcher. I want to know what it is. So it is again going with the same process of what exactly it is, but it also does not understand what. No information, right? So no information. If you look at here, it gave me only the preliminary information, right? The command starts with CMD. That everyone knows, because it's a cmd.exe, right? So, and again, local app data, program app data, what visual things which is present in the URL, the same thing it is also giving me, nothing. Anything else? It gives me some few information regarding the variable and looping also. There was a looping. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now let me copy this, and I am going to introduce you one new tool called Cybersecurity. So how many of you are aware of this tool? Great. So for what you used? CTFs. So I am going to use the same tool. Okay. So now what I'll do is, so there is command.exe something. So for what you used for CTFs? Any other thing? No, nothing other than that. Okay. So I am just going to use the same tool. Okay. So what we understand from here? What is the common pattern in this particular file? What are the common pattern in this particular file? If you look at here, overlay agada? You can't overlay on it? Idu mela agada? Oh, okay. Then okay. So now, if you look at here, what is the common pattern in it? What is the common pattern in it? What is the common pattern in it? Any idea? Hey, I'll give you 1 minute time. Now time is 12:17. No, 12:18. 12:19 you have to tell me what is the common pattern in it.
Every few characters is a cap.
Okay. There is a cap symbol. Then irregular spaces. But how irregular spaces can execute something? And what happens if you add a cap? If you add a cap, how a command can get executed? Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so let me come to the point. So see, suppose if let us assume I have a commandlet of IP config. Okay. So if I give like I, P, C, cap, O, N, cap, F, I, G, will it work? It won't work, right? It won't work. Okay, now let's try. I, exclamatory, P, okay, double quotes, C, O, N, F, I, G. What happens? Will it work? Yes, it will work. Yes, it will work, right? So, okay. So now I'll be adding cap, will it work? It won't work, right? So I'll refine my code. Will it work? Yes, it will work. Why? Huh? It will work. The same thing, attacker also, using the same. Okay, how many of you know this before? No one knows this. Do you know it before? You can add these caps, double quotes. That's what I told you, right? Welcome to cybersecurity. Everything is there. Everything there with your operating system. Everything you can do, right? Okay, let's decode. Okay, fine. So now you understood that double quotes and other things can be incorporated between your commandlets. That is going to be successful in execution also. Now we are going to decode it. So okay, now you decoded the pattern stating that caps are there, irregular spaces are there. Now let us remove the caps. Okay, so okay, kids who used Cyberchef, I would like to get input from you. How I can remove the caps? Find and replace. Will it work? Hey, find and replace. Will it work or not? Yes or no? Sure. Okay, let me go with find and replace. So find and replace. Okay, so what I should find and replace? 5 cap. Then after cap, replace with null. Nothing. Just replace it with nothing. Okay. So even if you add space or something, it will overburden for us to analyze further. So now, should it be a regex or a simple string? It does not have a regular expression to it. So we don't need to do that. So now, here what should I give? Cap. So now I'll change this to simple string. Let me bake it. Oh God, I bake it. So now I'll got this one. Okay, let me open my new Cyberchef window. Again, I'll open my Cyberchef window. Okay, so now what happened? So it got copied. I copied. Yes, I copied, and you can able to see here. So now I got something, right? So I got CMD. Could you please understand what exactly it is? Anyone can decode it? Anyone can decode it? What pattern it does?
It's encoded in some sort of base.
It's not base 64 encoded. If it is base 64 encoded, again the command and other things, it's a bit difficult. It gets scrambled. Huh? Any idea? Any idea or any guess? No idea. You want to give a try? Shall I give you one more minute to understand the pattern? Uppercase, lowercase. So, commands are case insensitive, right? You type IP config in caps, it will run. It's not case sensitive. PowerShell P caps, it will work. So then, anything else? No idea? Literally, there are a lot of surprise inside. I'll surprise you. But I want something to hear from you so that it goes nice. No? 20 more seconds just to try to understand the pattern, because I want to complete this use case before lunch.
There are some parts that like functions that like open source hackers or something like
Okay, so now let us see, is there any additional things like since you said syntax function, I'll check for some syntax whether it's there or not. I'll go with the syntax highlighter. Let me check what are the things available. Yeah, as you said, there was something cmd.exe, right? So, and again /e local app data -3, again -2 percentage program data, something is there, right? So, other than this, anything else? Other than this, anything else? So, okay. So, now there is a variable called set 90jb, right? Set 90jb, something is there. And there is one more variable set, okay, set something is there, right? Okay, listen. Okay, so now we'll use ChatGPT to investigate on this particular thing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, from the last point or from the last, if you look at here, can you able to see my mouse cursor? Okay, so here this for to till here there is something, right? So some conditional checks are there, right? Okay, now let us see what exactly it is. So now, yes, let me copy this, which means, okay, I don't need this also, right? I don't need the last double quote because it does not make any sense, right? And if you look at here, oh, this part is also ending. This call is also ending, right? If you look at the cursor, this call is also ending. This one and this one. You got the selection. Are you getting the point? Right? So now let us investigate on this particular thing and then we'll delete the rest of the others. Okay. So let me go to what it is. I think something it's calling. Let ChatGPT tells us. Wait for a while, Rakido. Come on. That's good. I always support your enthu. Okay. So yeah, we got some breakdown for it. Yeah, you can analyze it. So there is a call. And again, a substring operation on a variable C2 small z is set, right? And any other thing, what it can give? It's not giving any other thing, right? It's not giving any other thing. Yes or no? Can you explain it a bit more? So let me ask and let me check whether it is breaking down or not. Okay, so this is a reference to an environmental variable or variable defined elsewhere in the script, which means we have to check for this particular variable whether it is set or not. And there is a substring operation which starts at 6th character of this particular variable, right? Substring operation is happening, so now we have to investigate more. Substring operation of this, where it is starting. Okay, this is the one, and where it is calling, there is one more call here, right? So 6th operation, maybe they are talking about this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6th, maybe might be this function. This could be a functional call, right? So now what I will do is, let me copy this, and there is a call for here. Anything else? Anything else gets highlighted? No. So there is a highlight here. Now let me check what exactly this is doing. This is exactly doing. Okay. Let me copy this. Can you investigate on this? Okay. So now it is giving the breakdown. Okay. There is a set command. Okay, so what exactly it does is, it is appending its own current value, right? And again, okay, there is one more substring operation on this particular variable. So there is again one more substring operation is happening, 9OJB, right? And again it starts at the position specified by the value of %3, modular 3, right? So which means 9OJB is the variable which we want to investigate, because there is no longer this C2ZZ is going to do, right? There is no other call. From here they called here and they appended this 9OJB. We have to check what is 9OJB is. Where is the highlight? Yeah, there is one more highlight here. 9OJB is set at the top, right? So now, okay, so which means we completed until here. We can delete this. And we also have 9OJB, which means this until this statement we don't need, right? So now what I can do is, I'll just copy this and I'll put it in new window. Okay, I'll put it in new window. And now there is one more thing, right? So it is asking for some condition plus 1640, right? Let me investigate on this particular loop. Investigate on this. So it's basically a iteration. So it is not giving me any clarity. It's not giving any clarity. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be copying the whole. Let me go back. Let me copy the whole one. Let me copy the whole condition and let me go back. And can you investigate? Hey, are you following me? Can you acknowledge me? Are you following me? Can you investigate on the same? So now let us see what exactly it is giving me the investigative results. Yes. There is some more information coming up, right? So there is something which we have to notice is, in the previous one, it asked the starting position +6, right? So now I got to know that the +6 starts here. This position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, because the variable is set up to here only, right? So and again I want to know about +1640 -3 +2. What exactly these things are doing here. So now if I look at here, is there any information available on that particular dissection? Okay, here there is something. So presumably a loop variable starting from +1640, decrementing by 3 and ending at +2. Okay. So this is something weird thing. So now let me go for my morning investigation. So during my initial investigation, ChatGPT revealed me with some other information. That is what the actual one. So I'll be just switching to that. Okay, so now it is asking, I'll be asking something else. Okay, just give me a minute. So these are all something else which I tried in the morning. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so this is what actually, so it initializes a particular loop and iterates over the range of value for 1640, decrementing by 3 in each iteration until it reaches the value less than 2. So until the condition gets 2, that's the stopping point. Until that, the values are going to get decremented. So now, what we have is, we have a value set on a variable. Which variable we have to check? we have to check on a particular variable called 90JB, right? Because C2ZZ is ending up here and finally it is appending 90JB. But 90JB is having some payload. After equal to, there is some payload. You got the point? Are you getting the point what I am trying to convey? Right? So now what I'll do is, I'll just copy this payload until it gets where it gets ended here. I think it is getting ended here. Right? So let me delete each and every part. So until this I'm done, I'm deleting it. So then nothing is there, I'm deleting this also because already we investigated. I'll investigating until this parenthesis. Up to this nothing is there because we have to investigate only on 90JB. I am deleting this as well. This also nothing to do, and there is one more parenthesis. And now we got to know the payload count is 1640 and it is decrementing 3 until it reaches the condition 2, right? So 2 is the stopping factor. So now I don't need to do this also until here I can break. Here also I don't need to do, I can break here, I can just delete it. Okay, let me open the parenthesis. Nothing is, because only one parenthesis left, which means this is also nothing to go with. Let me delete this as well. Until this, let me delete it. Okay, so now let me copy the entire thing. Only the payload, what is set to 90JB. This is what the inference we are going to get. And if you calculate the total summary, you can able to see the selection 1640 there. You are getting the 1640 selection here, right? Because it's not an array. It's a counter. Counter always starts at array. So 1640 is the total count, right? That is what we have seen here. If you look at the previous one, that is what it is set in the actual count, right? 1640. You got it? 1640, right? So now I am just selecting the payload and now the count equals, wait. Now my selection count equals 1640. Now let me copy this and let me put it only this one here. Okay, now if you look at the character totally selected 1641. Now we got the exact payload, right? So now from here we'll try to find some information, right? So let me extract some URL if there is any. There is a provision in Cybersecurity to do that. Extracting URL, no, nothing is there. Okay, is there any dates? No, there is no date. Any IP? Any IP? No, there is no IP. Okay, let me highlight some syntax. If there is any syntax. No, nothing. So what we can do further? So we have a payload, but the payload has to be investigated, right? So what is the loop condition? What is the looping condition? Until it reaches 2, the loop has to get decremented, right? So decremented in the sense, when you put forward, the incrementation will happens. When you are decrementing means it has to start from the below, it has to decrement, which means we have to investigate in a reversive manner. I have to reverse it. So let me reverse it. Let me reverse it and let me see anything happens or not. Reverse also, there is a function called reverse. Still I am not getting anything. So okay, let me copy this output. Let me copy this output. Let me open new Cyberchef window. Okay, so I got, so the payload got reversed, but still I couldn't able to get anything. Okay, now let me extract any URL if there is any. No, nothing. Okay, IP. Extract, IP address. Oh, no, nothing. IP address is also missing. So then what else we can go with? Dates, any date, okay, no, nothing. So what we can do? What we can do? So, what is the conditional check? What is the conditional check here? Huh? What is the conditional check here? So, 1640, it has to be decremented until it reaches 2. This is what the actual conditional check, right? So now, for every decrement, we reversed it. Okay. For every decrement, we reversed it. Now we reversed it, right? So now if you are reversing it, then how the condition has to be satisfied? See, when it is decrementing, we took from the reverse. It has to iterate it, right? So now what we did, instead of reversing, we just reverse the whole process, which means the condition is same, but instead of decrementing, we'll increment. So now what could be, how you can understand the pattern, which means the selection should be the counter starts at 1. Then the capture group is, I have to increment 1, 2, 3. After that, the fourth group has to be selected and then goes, again selected, goes, selected, goes, selected. This is how the condition has to go, right? It forms a regular expression. It forms a regular expression. Are you clear about it? Because this condition forms a regular expression. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to apply a regular expression and we'll see how it works. Okay, let me call a regular expression here. Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am going to select the current one, then I am going to omit the rest of the others. Got it? I am going to select the one and I am going to omit the rest of the others. Right? Can you able to see the selection here? Can you able to see the selection here? How it made? Okay. So now done. So now it is matching the highlight. Now I am just switching and I am just going to capture only the highlighted patterns. Let me switch to list capture group. Now I got something. Now I got something, right? So what exactly it is? It's PowerShell, right? So now, okay. So now I in order to make it aligned, so now I am going to, it's just only the new line, right? /n, this is what happened, right? So why it is like this? This I have to eliminate this. How I can eliminate this? Again, I can go for find and replace. Again, I can go for new. Now I got something. Now I got something, right? So what exactly this something is going to say to me? Huh? So there are a lot of variables, right? So if you investigate on the variable, right? So what is BYI? Because whatever the variable which has dollar symbol in front, it's a variable. You got it, right? That's how PowerShell works. And few variable assigns some name, few variables assign some URL, and each URL is splitted by @. Yes or no? So now what we'll do is, we'll investigate further. Okay, so let me copy this, open new CyberChef window. Okay, you got it? So now I am going to extract the URL out of it. I'll extract the URL. Now I got it, right? So the URL is splitted with @. So now how can I remove that? Huh? Okay, find and replace. What is that? @, simple string, right? Then I can extract the URL. Will it work? Okay, replace it with, got it? What I did? You got the, did you watch the action what I have done? Got it or not? Okay, so now what happened? So I got some set of URLs. These are all some URLs, right? Okay, we'll see the authenticity of these URLs. Okay, let me copy this, go to Kaspersky Threat Intel. Hey, I am not commenting on any particular tool for you to use it. It's up to your thing. So, okay, right. Let me look up as here. CDI platform. Oh, it's not categorizing anything. Okay, let me go for another. Why Aristotle? Google's Aristotle. Okay, so now let me see. Go to URL, paste it, check. Boom. Okay, so two of my. Oh no, all the firewall vendors are reporting it as malicious. It's a malware. It's a malware broadcast. That's what it is discussing. Okay, last analysis date was 2 months ago. Okay, so now, okay, this one is malicious. Let me copy this. Yes. Okay, I'll replace it with, and let me check. Oh, 10 flagged it as malicious. This is something serious. Okay, so now, okay, this will also be malicious only. No other go. Okay, almost all the URLs are malicious. And now, if you notice that after the URL there is one more. After slash there is something. What exactly it is? Could be a directory. Huh? Do you think it could be a directory? Possibly. I'm not sure about it. I am not sure about it. Because still we need to investigate further. Okay. So now let me go for our regular expression. So this is what we want to investigate further, right? So now let us see the variable. Okay. So now okay. So now there is one thing called /yxdw87t. Right. So now if you look at this, there is a variable. Okay. So now let me come to the next one. There is another split. Okay, only URL it's handling. And there is one more variable called RDW. You got it? So what exactly it is doing? It is finding some absolute path and getting the temporary location, and again there is one more thing called /zuw.exe. So now what happens? Whenever you are visiting the URL, it is going to create a new folder with this particular name / because reverse slash goes with URL, / goes with your directory. That's how your structure goes, right? That's what it is. When you look at this exe, the structure was different. Now you understood, right? So now what exactly happening, and now what happens again? There is again one more thing. Come, let's come to the point, other investigation, right? Yes, this is the point. There is a GET request. PXV, what is PXV is doing here? Can you able to find PXV, where PXV is there? PXV. Is there anything called $PXV? Okay, wait, I'll select and I'll see, so that I can able to figure out where exactly it is. Yes, for PXV, it is iterating within IQF. Okay, what is IQF? Let us investigate. IQF is a URL. Perfect. Which means, now you understood, right? The GET request sets on the URL, and finally it will save the file to RDW. RDW is what? RDW is your system temporary path with the particular URL last directory, followed by inside zuw.exe will be stored. It will be stored on your temporary path. Got it? So now what happened? This is all about your communication. Okay, right? So this is how your data, and what we finally found was this one. Got it? Huh? For just hiding this URL and to download a malware, how sophistication they are incorporating in the piece of code. Now you understood why you need cybersecurity. Don't click on any unnecessary links. It seems to be like weird, right? So it's too dangerous. What? Hey, any doubts so far? You got it? How to investigate a malware traffic and the particular file with which it's coming along with your sandbox, and how to dive deep using CyberChef. Okay.